Hello friends, welcome to today's Bible story. Today's story can be found in the book of Judges. What happened in this book happened around 1179 to 1154 BC. This story begins with the Israelites being their typical selves. They're not obeying God, and so they face the consequences of their fourth cycle of disobedience. They constantly wandered away from God, and God punished them whenever they departed from Him. In this particular instance, He allowed the Midianites to become so strong that the Hebrews lived in fear of them. Here's what happened. The Israelites did evil in the Lord's sight, so the Lord handed them over to the Midianites for 7 years. The Midianites were so cruel that the Israelites made hiding places for themselves in the mountains, in caves, even and strongholds. Whenever the Israelites planted their crops, marauders from Midian, Amalek, and the people of the east would attack Israel, camping in the land and destroying crops as far away as Gaza. They left the Israelites with nothing to eat, taking all the sheep, goats, cattle, and donkeys. They arrived in droves of camels, too numerous to count, and they stayed until the land was stripped bare. So Israel was reduced to starvation by the Midianites. Then the Israelites cried out to the Lord for help. When they cried out, the Lord sent a prophet to the Israelites. He said, "I told you, I am the Lord your God. You must not worship the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you now live. But you have not listened to me." Then the angel of the Lord came and sat beneath the great tree at Ophrah, which belonged to Joash, of the clan of Abiezer. Gideon, a farmer, son of Joash, was threshing wheat at the bottom of a winepress to hide the grain from the Midianites. The angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, "Mighty hero, the Lord is with you." "Sir," Gideon replied, "if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? And where are all the miracles our ancestors told us about? Didn't they say the Lord brought us up out of Egypt? But now the Lord has abandoned us and handed us over to the Midianites." Then the Lord turned to him and said, "Go with the strength you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites. I am sending you." "But Lord," Gideon replied, How can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest in the whole tribe of Manasseh, and I am the least in my entire family." The Lord said to him, "I will be with you, and you will destroy the Midianites as if you were fighting against one man." Gideon replied, "If you are truly going to help me, show me a sign to prove that it is really the Lord speaking to me. Don't go away until I come back and bring my offering to you." He answered, "I will stay here until you return." Gideon hurried home. He cooked a young goat, and with a basket of flour, he baked some bread without yeast. Then, carrying the meat in a basket and the broth in a pot, he brought them out and presented them to the angel, who was under the great tree. The angel of God said to him, "Place the meat and the unleavened bread on this rock. and pour the broth over it. And Gideon did as he was told. Then the angel of the Lord touched the meat and the bread with the tip of the staff in his hand. And fire flamed up from the rock and consumed all he had brought. And the angel of the Lord disappeared. When Gideon realized that it was the angel of the Lord, he cried out, "O sovereign Lord, I'm doomed. I have seen the angel of the Lord face to face." "It is all right," the Lord replied. "Do not be afraid. You will not die." And Gideon built an altar to the Lord there and named it Yahweh Shalom, which means the Lord is peace. The altar remains in Ophrah in the land of the clan of Abiezer to this day. The lesson, simply put, pay attention who you are talking to. Gideon says, "Sir," and he says, "But Lord," and then he says, "I'm doomed." And he questions if it is the Lord with whom he is talking face to face. Now, some believe that the angel was a special appearance of Jesus Christ. Or maybe it was a messenger of God. Maybe it was an angel. The important thing is that God uses all sorts of people to do his work. Like you, like me, like Gideon. We are called to serve God in specific ways. He promises to give us the resources and strength we need. So don't spend time making excuses. Instead, spend time doing what God wants and asks you to do. Friends, stay safe, be blessed, follow where he leads.